Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. She's hanging out the door because I've been hanging out at the door. I went ahead and put the spring back on, so the door will close by itself, kind of. This is where you can see it, where the top of the door, see how large that gap is where the frame, because it's just an aluminum screen door, has started to warp because of the way the wind catches it. So it's to the point now that unless I'm outside and pushing on the door, this doesn't even latch anymore. So what I did is I put in it's an eye hook. Okay? Fingers, you can see it, it's just a little hooky that hooks into that loop, and it's tight. Does that make sense? Because it's got a, there you go. It hooks it. See, I just unhooked it. Why? Because I'm awesome like that. There we go. There you go. Get in there. So it's hooked. Does that make sense? And what that does is that prevents the wind from taking the door. So I can sit here, have the screen open, a little bit of the nice, pleasant outside air in the house. That door is awesome when I want a lot of airflow, but when I want just a little bit of airflow, this one, because I can even put the window up to one more notch. So again, airflow management. Having said that, that's great when I'm home. When I am not home, or when I want to be outside, and I still want the air to flow, I've also got one on the outside. That way I can, push it to get it to latch, and it did. It just latched here. But I can leave and go to the gym, and the air is still not going to take it. The wind's not going to blow it. It's not going to blow open and bang against the rail the whole time I'm gone at the gym or wherever. So, awesome stuff. And now we're on to the next thing. And the next thing is I have another one, or another two, and we're going to go put one on the hoop tunnel. And I'll talk about that when I get out there. See you in a minute. Alright, so we're going to have a couple of warm days with no rain. And it's just, April is one of those months, April Fools happens all month long. Sometimes you get rain, sometimes you get cold, you might get snow, you might get nothing. So, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to get nothing. So I've decided to hook the hoses up, put some water in the tank, let it fill for a while. That way I can obviously test the ball valve, make sure that it's sealed, not just with 3 inches, but against 3 feet of water type thing. And hopefully pop the dent out so I can go ahead and get the rest of the pipes hooked up. So while it's filling, I'm going to go talk about the door on the hoop tunnel. See you down there. The door. Alright. If you've been with the channel long enough, you know that the cattle panels that I'm using for the hoop tunnel were found on property, and they are not in the best condition. And this has settled a little. You figure it's been on property now 2 years as a hoop tunnel, and it has settled just a little, and my little bolt thingy here is starting to rust. And so if I try and do this by myself, it's rough. It doesn't open directly. I gotta let y'all go and mess with the door and just get a little crazy with it to get it to open. So the plan is to go ahead and put an eye hook on it, just like I did the front door. Because it doesn't, it's not a house door. It doesn't need to be perfectly sealed. It's just got to be closed enough. Whew, I'm gonna let it stay open today. But it's got to be closed enough to keep the warmth in here, in the heat in here in the wintertime. Yes, today I'm going to go ahead and water the babies in here and let this door stay open for a while. It is warm. All right, so anyway, let me get to replacing this. Well, not replacing it. Again, I'm going to leave this sitting right here. I'm just going to put a hook either above it or below it so I can hook it open as necessary. I think that's the right thing to do. That way, should this shift enough long term where this is useless, I've already got the hook in place. All right, talk to you in a few. All righty, it's on. What's left? Watering. It is a warm day, and I'm not going to be here this afternoon. And kind of look at the ground. Everybody's a little dry, and nobody needs to be dry. You can see I got baby marigolds coming up here. My mustard greens are still just doing awesome. It's a baby orchas. I don't know if it's showing them. Yep, baby orchas. And some of my lettuces. The whole little row. Got several of them. Anyway, it's time for me to get some watering. Everybody's doing their thing. Let them get some water. Because it's warm. They're going to need it. And I'll talk to you later. Alright, so it's got about 250 gallons in it. I'm going to go put the tools and stuff away from where I was working with the hoop house. And then I got to come in and take the water from here and take it back down and fill up my buckets. Everybody needed some water down there. Just everybody. So I'm going to fill up the buckets. Because again, it's 2 weeks I'm not supposed to get any more rain. Which is okay. I'm not complaining. So I figure I'll do this today and then maybe I'll come out and do this again tomorrow. Something like that. Anyway, get it full. Now it's not popped out yet. So you figure this is the 200 gallon mark. And right there's about 250 and that's about where it is. So it's not full enough to pop it out yet. So soon. All right, let me go put this stuff away and then go fill up my buckets down there because I got places to be again this afternoon. Talk to you in a few. I will say, this moment in time, even with the pressure, I still have no leaks down here. You can see all the rocks are dry. All the water running off the side there is from me, where I was measuring. So, life is good. So what I was gonna do is let you hear the wind chimes, because the breeze is picking up, and then of course the gust died down because I am videoing, but the latch is holding, which is awesome. And that's the point. Here, go outside, Miss Panda Bears. You ready? Okay. There goes. She goes out, and I relatch the door. Life is awesome.